Loding here with Epique Realty, and today I am interviewing another agent who has joined me here at Epique Realty, and I am so grateful and so happy to welcome Matthew Graham from Kansas City, Missouri.
Missouri. Yeah.
Missouri. Sorry, I get those states confused up there. But I have been friends with Matt for a long time, like probably going on. I mean, I met you at the Hoss Pratt thing in Dallas, like in 2015, maybe
Yeah,
14.
so probably 10 years.
10 years or so. And we just immediately clicked because Matt and I have the same heart of a teacher. Like, we really want to help agents be successful. This is not an easy business. And it's really, you just have to have the right mindset. And so I think that we just became friends immediately. And then, we were at our previous brokerage together, and now here we are at Epic. So, Matt, thank
Right.
you so much for having this call with me today and allowing me to share your story.
Oh, my pleasure.
Appreciate
My pleasure.
appreciate it. Appreciate you, and I'm happy to be doing life with you. This is awesome.
Right. Fun
So,
ride.
I usually ask agents like three questions. So I'm just gonna start out with the first question. But first of all, before I get started with that, tell me a little bit about you and where you're at. Kind of just share with us a little bit about yourself, other
You
than
want
what
you
I
want
just shared.
the quick version, the life
Yes.
history. So
No. Quick version, please.
quick version. Okay. Born and raised in Kansas City, Missouri, but I am
Thank you.
1 mile from the Kansas border. So, a lot of people get that very confused. But I am in Missouri where the Chiefs are.
Oh,
Um,
got to throw
So
that
born
in
and
there.
raised here, went in the Navy right after high school. Went to college right after that at Arizona State University, where I actually got my degree in real estate. So, which is a bachelor's degree in real estate, which is kind of rare. At the time, there were only two colleges that had it, Arizona State and Baylor. So got that and then started in real estate. So that was 27 years ago. It was my 27th year.
Wow.
So done a little bit of everything in real estate. So I've
I
owned
love
some
it.
franchises, been team leaders, ran a team, had my own brokerage, went to our previous company, and now we're here at Epic.
I
So
love it. That's the thing about real estate is like there's no one thing that you have to do. Like it just opens up so many other doors. If you could get past the first one, but the first one is just selling
oh
some
yeah,
real estate. Like, and I feel like that's where agents get stuck is they just can't even sell some real estate. So that's what my whole abundance plan is all about and what we help agents do on the other side. But let's get started with the first question.
okay.
What is it about Epique Realty that made you decide to say yes and join me on this journey?
Oh wow. So yeah, that was interesting because I wasn't thinking about making a move at all.
I know that feeling.
And we just hadn't talked in a while, and so I think you came across on Facebook or something. I was like, what is Dawn up to? Like, I haven't talked to her, and we used to talk like every week.
Yeah.
you know and so I was like, I'm just going to call and see what's going on with Dawn. And I called you and we started talking, and you told me more about Epic because I was like, go ahead, tell me about this. It's just another spin-off of this company or this company, right? And then
Mm.
then you started telling me, and then just all the benefits, and which is really intriguing. The thing that really stood out was how much they cared about the agent more than some of the other ones I was at. Where I was at before, I mean, I had a pretty good rev share line going, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah. So
um
did I.
yeah, but it really just seemed like, one, it was getting tougher because at that company it was just from the very beginning it was rev share and stock, and everybody can become a multimillionaire, and that's all they really pushed, which intrigues me, because I have a lot of relationships across the country with agents. I've coached a lot of agents all over the place. So that was a benefit to me. And but it really relied on the sponsor, I think, being that mentor for all the agents. They didn't have any specific place to go. They were
Yeah.
kind of on an island all by themselves. And if
Which
their sponsor, what?
which created those silos that we
Yeah.
all hate.
Oh yeah. So yeah, you had the big silos of some of the mega coaches, right? Who
Yeah.
came over just for the rev share. And if you weren't in their group, you weren't part, or I don't know. It was weird. But I also
Yeah.
saw that if there were agents that, they saw the revenue share as potential, they didn't go to learn to sell real estate. They just came on like, I'm a brand new agent, I'm just going to go recruit.
Yeah.
Well, you recruit kind of at the level you're at, and in some cases you can do, there are exceptions, but so they're recruiting a lot of other new agents that then are looking to them as their mentor, and they have no idea what they're doing, right?
Yeah.
And that's all that was being pushed. I mean, I guess they had a mentor program, but then it cost you more money. And
Yeah.
so
It costs the agents
looking at
money
that,
where we don't. Yeah.
yeah. So looking at that, and I really want to come into, as a more of a, I've got a lot of training to give, a lot of coaching that I can give. And I love that aspect of real estate. So looking at that, and, definitely the rev share we have here at Epic, and that we're just in the beginning stages. So,
Yeah.
kind of seeing that growth that we're going to have, that potential, you know.
Yeah.
So
Ground
I
floor
guess to answer your
opportunity.
question, the main reason I came over was, again, now the potential for earning, through rev share and stock. But the only reason I made the move from a company that I was getting great rev share from is because of how much they focus on taking care of the agents, where I didn't see that at the other places.
Love it. Absolutely agree. 100%. That's exactly why I came, was because I saw the potential of what agents could do to succeed here because of the company as a whole and all of the training that they offer. So it's great that people like you and I offer training. That's like a bonus, but it's not the selling point. We don't have to say, come over here, I'm going to help you do all this. We get to say, come over here because look what our company is offering you. And that's game changer.
Well, and there were a lot of benefits that I was like, wow, that's cool, that's cool, that's cool. And then I keep hearing more and more. I was like, we got that also. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't even know them all. And then somebody's like the lead generation. Like, I literally, well, I have my board over here. I had it on for this year to go out and pay the company that we're using to get FISBO and expired leads, right? Because it's going to make a bit. That's a basic that I've always trained agents
Yeah.
have in your back pocket. If you set up the right systems, then it's just something to fall back on, right? And if you create the system,
Yeah.
once the system's running, and it's easy. I mean, once you
We'll
know
have
how
to talk about that later because I think I want to implement the FISBOs and the expireds because we get the leads for free. Why am I not doing that?
exactly, and
I
I
want to
it
know
was
what
going to
you're,
cost me 200 or
yeah,
$300 a month.
to
And I
get the
just found
leads.
out it was like lead generate, get FISBOs and expire. I was like, wait, and then it's the same exact company that I was looking at using. I was like, well, there's another savings of $300 a month.
Yep. Oh my
I mean,
gosh.
it just
It
keeps
goes on
going.
and on. Okay, we got to go forward to question
Yep.
number two because we keep talking about it. And
Okay.
now you're going to have to find something else. Now that you've been at Epic Realty for a minute, like,
Right.
what is it in addition to the things we've already talked about? But, like, what is it that is different for agents? I mean, now that
Well,
you're
yeah,
here,
we
like,
well we kind of we didn't really talk about it, but the
okay.
area leader,
Oh,
right?
yeah. Yeah.
The area leader is amazing
Yeah.
because that's the biggest thing that was lacking at that company, or the previous company, which is huge. I think it's one of the biggest red and white signs. I don't, but that's all I'm gonna say. Is they didn't have, they had mentor programs, but it cost the agent more money, right?
Yeah.
And area leader, and if somebody's watching this, they don't know, is for every 50 agents that are in an area, they're going to assign an area leader. And so if we grow above 50, they assign another area leader. So one area leader doesn't have, more than 50 people that they're kind of mentoring, training, answering basic questions, helping them with anything. And that's something that they just didn't have at some of the other companies, right?
None of the other companies.
To
I've
pay.
been at them. Yeah.
Right.
It's game changer. And it's literally my favorite benefit that Epic has because I've been at other brokers and you too, where we have a mentor and you pay additional for them. For one, we don't pay additionally. For two, you have that mentor for life. It
Right.
doesn't cost you anything extra. I'm an area leader here in New Braunfels, Texas. But I stepped down because I couldn't do all of the different roles that I play at Epic plus my team. So we brought in a second area leader and I still have about 10 agents, but she has about 25. So all together, we do it
Yeah.
together here. But in a normal area, a lot of agents have 20, 30, 40, 50. But like you said, if you get over 50, that's a little bit overwhelming for one. And it's just that area leader is responsible for creating a culture, for sharing what our culture is, for helping the agents to build that community, camaraderie, like no agent left behind and no agent left alone. And I love all that. So sorry. Yeah, I took
Yeah.
over
That
because
would be
that's
number one.
said the wrong
Um,
thing when you said area leader. It's like
yeah.
that's my
There's
gig.
there's so many benefits that I
Yeah.
love that some people like I sometimes I geek out on stupid stuff. Like I was just running across I right when I came on board, I had a listing. Um, on this one, I already had the photos because it was right before I made the switch over. But this was a vacant house, and I'm just scrolling through all our stuff, and it's already on the market on MLS, and we're getting showings. But I come across the virtual tour or the virtual staging. I was like,
Mm.
"What's this?" And I click, and it's like, "Download some photos." And I'm just messing around at night, and I was like, and it comes up with all these amazing photos that I'm like, this is so cool. Like, I used to use a company and I'd pay like for the virtual staging, I'd pay like 10 to $15 per room for that if I had a vacant property. Just little stuff like that that you know,
Yeah,
all adds up. I mean,
it
just what
does.
I did like 3 rooms, it wasn't a big house. I did the family room, the master bedroom, and the dining room. That would have cost me about $45 somewhere else, right?
Hmm.
You do
I know.
that, on one listing a month or 2 listings a month, that adds up. So
Yeah.
all the little stuff, the one that really hit me last night was I'm going to my boys wrestling tournament and I get a call from an agent that I just brought on. She just came on a week or two ago, maybe 2 weeks ago. And I'm in the wrestling tournament. I answer a call and she just sounds horrible. Like she's sick as a dog. Like
Oh
she's like, oh my
no.
God, I'm so sick. I feel like I'm dying. She's like, where do I get that urgent care thing? And
Oh
so I was like,
no.
I pointed her in the right direction to get the free urgent care that we get. It's virtual, but she's like, I can't, don't even want to get out of the house. I'll go get a prescription, but I don't want to go sit in the lobby somewhere. And
Oh yeah.
yeah. So I was like, here's where you go. And boom, jumps on there. She gets it taken care of, gets her prescription, whatever it was. Boom. I mean,
I love
little
it.
stuff. Yeah.
That's the one I've used, the urgent care. I have a primary doctor that I hardly ever go to anymore because I use every time I get sick, I just use the urgent care. And they called the last time I'm in Texas and we have cedar and I have cedar fever really bad. And sometimes it causes me to have an allergy or an infection, a sinus infection. So the last year when I used it, they called in a steroid, an antibiotic, and a cough for cold and chest all paid for, included in our prescriptions because we also get free prescriptions. Amazing. I love that Epic just not does not just want to help us with our business. They want to help us with life. And that's what I love about bringing people on like you as partner agents and helping grow the company because I want to do life with you. I want to do all these things. We travel, we help, we do recruit, but we also work on training and retention.
Right.
And, it's all just so amazing. Okay, enough about all that. Now, last question. In your opinion, where do you see Epic in 5 years from now?
Oh boy. Um, 5 years. That's thinking out there. I mean, I've thought of it like 3 years from now. Just the growth potential. A lot's going to have to do with what happens in the whole market. I think
Yeah.
United States now. I think we're going to see kind of a a prosperous time over the next 4 years at least. So, we're going international. So I think that's going to be amazing. I could see us 5 years from now up up around 60, 70,000 agents. Um, as long as
Whew.
we don't have a big, massive exodus of agents out of the industry
Yeah.
altogether. But if that happens, even, people don't realize that even the largest real estate company out there in North America right now, I think has roughly 150 to 170,000 agents, depending on how they report their numbers that month, right? Um, that at that size is only 10 to 12% of the total market share,
Yeah.
right? So, I mean, there's an abundance of agents that need us, right?
Yes.
Because they're looking at it. I mean, I talked to an agent in a small town in Missouri here just the other day. A lot of people, they don't even know what they don't know.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You
They
know?
don't. That's huge.
And I talked to this agent. I was like, tell me about the company you're at. And it was a small boutique company. And they're like, yeah, it's amazing. We're on a 70-30 split. And I was like, yeah, that's a pretty good split. And come to find out, it was 70% going to the brokerage
What?
and the agents getting 30%. And they
Oh,
had no clue. They thought that was good, right? Like,
education,
so
people.
many people don't even know,
Keep your minds open. Keep your
yeah.
options open.
So
Keep your mind open. And
where we're going, and it may even be more than that, because the benefits that they keep adding on is ridiculous. I mean, just what they have planned for this year, that they have, here's what's
childcare.
coming:
I
childcare,
mean,
elderly care.
elderly care,
I
pet
mean,
care.
pet care.
I
Pet
don't
care is
even
huge.
understand how I'm so baffled about this one, honestly. Like, I'm just like, even at a minimum, whatever the minimum, I'm like, surely it's only going to be like an app and they pay for this, but Josh said, no, we're actually paying for it. So I don't know at what level, but at the minimum level, that's more than I've ever got from any other brokerage.
I'm super excited about the pet care. Child care, if they'll take teenagers, that's perfect.
Elder
Right?
care, though, I have so many friends, Matt, that
Yeah.
their parents live with them and they're taking care of them now.
Yeah.
And that's going to be huge. So, maybe it's while we go on showings and we have to prove that we're showing. I don't know how they're going to do this because
Well, the
it's
pet
just,
care slash with the elderly. So yeah, my parents are getting up there, and they
yeah,
currently, if I go on vacation or go to a conference, they're watching my dogs, right?
yeah,
But they're getting that age where they don't really want to do that anymore.
yeah.
So now I'm looking at every trip and I'm going, okay, now I have to get, pet care and a hotel, which the pet care is almost the same as getting a
I
hotel at some
know.
of these places, and
Yeah, I
so
don't know what
yeah,
that's
I
going to
mean
entail,
that's
but
and they're just going to keep adding more and more. It's like
I
they're
know.
not stopping. It's like they're purposely going out and looking for what other benefits can we get? What other things can we
Well,
do? And
And to be fair, like, Josh had this vision a long, long time ago. Our founders did.
yeah,
And they set up our company with this in mind. The budget already we still have a lot left right now, even to spend on these benefits. That's how our company was created. It was not with like, a traditional brokerage where that broker takes that 20%. Our brokerage takes 15%, but a lot of that is already figured back into the budget for spending on all of these benefits and
right.
and on us, not on just that, not on them. And so I just think that is like the coolest thing in the world. Like I feel so blessed to be a part of it like every day.
Yeah. So yeah, that's where I see the stock, or that's where I see the agent count. But then the stock, I mean,
Yeah.
5 years will be public.
Our
That's
first shareholders is coming up
yeah, that's
in Dallas.
exciting.
I'm excited.
right?
I love all of the epic events. And our events are free, y'all. Like we don't have to
Oh
pay.
yeah,
They have no VIP. We're all VIP, as Josh always says. Like you're all VIP. You're all it's free for us. Now they just opened it up. There's like 100 tickets where you can buy for your spouses or
right. Oh, or bring a
invite
guest to let
yeah, or
them.
bring a
Yeah,
guest.
which
Yeah, that's cool. They just started doing that. So awesome. Yeah.
oh
So I agree. I think in 5 years we're going to be huge.
yeah. I mean, but I haven't seen anything that compares to it, and
No,
I've been at the last two companies that have made a big, dent in the market when they began, and I see this as being the best out of all of them. So
absolutely. I love it. Awesome. Well, I'm glad you're on this ride with me. I love
dude,
doing life with you. I'm glad that we can hang up here and I can call you and work on FISBOs and expireds and our free leads because I'm going to hit you up for that. You can
right?
count on that. So thank you so much. And, I'll just see you on the other side.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.